Hi, I'm Emmalyn and for the health of it today, we're talking about something that you may have heard of before, but might not know that much about. We're talking about allergies to gluten. Now, many of you may say, this wasn't around 50 years ago. Where do allergies to gluten come from? The answer might surprise you. First things first, what does it mean when someone says they're allergic to gluten? It means they have celiac disease.
The classic symptoms that a lot of people come to us are diarrhea, abdominal pain, bloating, distress. Why is this happening? What's happening is when the body is exposed to gluten, which is found in 3 grains, there's an immune cascade that happens in our system. Specifically for celiac disease, it's in the small bowel, the duodenum. There's inflammation in the small bowel, and that creates actually destruction of the villi, which are it's the lining of the small bowel. According to Vera, the difference between celiac disease and a gluten intolerance can be hard to spot. Sometimes you can't tell right away from symptoms. People with celiac disease, we're actually seeing inflammation. In children, we often see failure to grow. In adults, we often see anemia. People with intolerances can have diarrhea, they can have pain, they can have discomfort. Usually for a food intolerance, you will not see anemia, you will not see failure to grow. Allergies and intolerances have become increasingly common in the United States for seemingly no reason at all. Vera says the reason is an odd one. We might just be a little too clean. I'm not sure if you've heard of the hygiene theory. There's a theory that our overly clean environment is, in a sense, keeping our immune system bored, and so food allergies are surfacing. The idea is we're not seeing food allergies, for example, in non-industrialized countries. And so what we know is that a lot of allergies are mediated by the immune system, specifically the eosinophils. Eosinophils are a subtype of white blood cell, and we know that they're involved in fighting parasitic infection. They're also involved in food allergies. Some third world countries don't see food allergies as often because I think people are exposed to other things. They're keeping, in a sense, the immune system busy fighting parasites. So far, there's only one known cure. One thing that I do to tease out intolerance from allergy or for inflammation is to have patients try an elimination diet. There's this diet that's research-based called the low FODMAP diet. So if you look here, fructans is this subtype of sugar that I was telling you it's common in wheat, barley, and rye. What you put into the gut then is giving fuel to this bacteria, the bacteria in your colon, to ferment, right? So if you're limiting the fuels that, or the sources that create distress, then you won't have distress. Recognizing a need for those with allergies to find a safe place to eat on the go, the Gluten-Free Media Group created an app called Find Me Gluten Free, an app similar to Yelp that offers up local restaurants with gluten-free menus. While it might be more expensive for restaurants to stock gluten-free alternatives and require hours of allergen training with employees, Alan Fratty of Red Heat Tavern says it's all worth it.
Some of these products, gluten-free in particular, are sometimes a little bit costly. It's definitely a big investment in us as far as training goes. You know, we put a lot of time into making sure our employees are ready to be able to serve food in the right way.
Red Heat Tavern's Westboro location opened up just over a month ago. Although you wouldn't know it by taste, most of their menu items are already gluten-free, and they take allergies very seriously.
Our owner actually has celiac disease, so it's something that, you know, is really close to him, of course, and something that he's dealt with for quite a while. A lot of restaurants can't typically guarantee that they're, you know, no cross-contamination and 100% gluten-free. Well, we can. We fry 100% in a corn flour base, so it's corn flour and cornstarch mixed with some of our own seasonings that we make in-house. So there's no all-purpose flour, there's no pre-breaded items, so nothing with any gluten at all ever touches any of our fryolators. We have a very unique piece of equipment called the Josper oven. So it's a coal-fired oven, so no gas, no electricity, 100% coal-fired. It kind of acts as a combination between like your backyard grill and a smoker. So we infuse a lot of smoky flavors into our food, but also cooking at really, really high heat. So we cook anywhere from 800 to 1200 degrees, so really getting a nice hard sear, a little bit of char, by still getting that really smoky flavor. When it comes to allergies, you know, you really do have, you know, people's lives in hands.
Thanks for watching. For the health of it, I'm Emmalyn Anderson.